Funny story. I saw Black Panther in theaters for the second time yesterday, which was April 24th, 2018. Um, and I said it was the second time. The first time I saw Black Panther was in February when it came out. But it occurred to me, I was like, hey, I really like this movie. It's a Marvel movie. I'm really big on Marvel movies, especially from my YouTube channel, things like that. I never reviewed Black Panther. It's seriously, don't ask me how, I forgot to review Black Panther. My bad. 2.5 months later, and it just occurred to me to review this movie. That's my fault, y'all. It's my fault. Here you go, though. Black Panther is the last big Marvel film before Avengers Infinity War. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that movie. That is literally in 2 days as I'm recording this. The basic premise behind Black Panther is after T'Chaka, his father's death, T'Challa is taking the mantle as king of Wakanda. So there's that part of the story, which is the Black Panther, T'Challa taking the throne, and then there's the Michael B. Jordan side of the story. Michael B. Jordan plays a character named Eric Stevens. In the comic books, it's Eric Killmonger, aka Killmonger. Very original. Black Panther versus Killmonger. That's basically it. It's a fight for the throne. Michael B. Jordan wants the throne. Chadwick Boseman wants the throne. They both want the throne. In a nutshell, that's basically it. Aside from the fact that this movie is basically setting up Wakanda, because Wakanda is going to be a huge venue in Avengers Infinity War. I can't stop talking about that movie. It's Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. There's just something about him. He just has this likable quality as like a compassionate human being, but also when he's king, like when he's king and he wants something, he's very affirmative about it. He will do what is necessary as king because he's looking out for the people of Wakanda, because he's the king of Wakanda, not the king of the rest of the world. He has this compassionate side, but when it comes time to put on the Black Panther getup, it used to be a mask, but now it's like a fucking when it's time to suit up, he kicks ass. He's good at it. T'Challa isn't the only good character though, and that's what I like. The supporting cast in this movie is phenomenal. Most people who watch these movies are not going to remember the character's name, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you right now. So let's see. T'Challa's sister will be referred to as T'Challa's sister. T'Challa's girlfriend, lover, will be referred to as T'Challa's girlfriend or T'Challa's lover. And then T'Challa's warrior friend, the bald chick, namely, we're just going to call her the bald chick, namely. Shuri, Okoye, and Nakia, great characters in this movie. They all equally have their own time to shine. They have their moments where they stand out. They have their moments where they're funny, where they just have good interaction overall. Not one of those three characters was left out, and I think they were the big characters besides T'Challa and Killmonger that had to be developed, and I think they did a great job developing those characters. Now, the big thing I want to talk about, when this movie came out and I was reading these articles about who Eric Killmonger was, I read these things that say Killmonger was is the greatest Marvel villain to date. I'm not sure why. I don't think he's the greatest Marvel villain to date, but I like his story. His story is very simple. Imagine as a black kid living in Oakland, California, you come home as a kid and your dad is murdered. It fucks you up. I think that would fuck you up. So I believe his story, basically Killmonger is like a racial injustice warrior. He doesn't want black people to feel oppressed anymore, so he goes to Wakanda with that mentality that he wants to change the world in such a drastic way, and yes, in a violent way. But I liked it. It's believable. I like the way that I don't know, I see where he's coming from. I see how that could violently mess up somebody's head. So I believed his character 100%. He looked good, by the way. He was fucking ripped. He had those scars. The scars are really cool. The action with him was really great. Speaking of action, the action in this movie was unparalleled. Now, it's different. It's like the same level of skill that Captain America has, except it's just more like fantastical. The fighting and the action in this movie is more fantastical. Whereas take Winter Soldier for example. Winter Soldier's combat was like very hand to hand. It was very like in your face. It was very raw. And I liked Cap's style of fighting more. However, I was very, very, very satisfied with the action in this movie. It was great. I had a good time with it. It was fun. The visual style that went along with not just the action scenes, but the whole entire movie. The use of color in this movie is also really well done. I love how they used color in this movie. And I've mentioned it a couple times beforehand where Marvel movies are lacking in color. There's a video that I keep referencing. I think Marvel actually saw that video and took it to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And this movie, I could tell, color's incredible. And I think the thing that stood out about this movie to me above everything else minus just what was going on in general, was the soundtrack. The soundtrack to this movie was phenomenal. Oh my God, I couldn't get enough. That's the song that goes on when he's in South Korea, when he's during that car chase scene. Oh my God, that shit was amazing. I saw that shit twice and I was still just like jumping up and down. Like, to be honest, that's it. I don't have anything else. That's really it. I don't have any negatives for this movie. The only negative I would have is nothing. Yeah, how you like that? If you had to guess what I'm going to give this movie, I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. 3, 2, 1. 10 out of 10. The movie was great. Marvel knows how to do their movies. And one of those articles that I mentioned earlier was that the Black Panther franchise could be the next like Captain America franchise. I would 100% be okay with that. Absolutely, all the way, 100% am okay with Black Panther being the next big superhero character franchise thing. Okay, that's really all I have for the non-spoiler part of the video. Spoilers, I don't have much to talk about. First thing that comes to mind, oh, Ulysses Claw, he's dead. Maybe. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I think he didn't outlive his usefulness. I don't know. It's hard to believe that. Like, I feel like he could just be used in any of the upcoming movies. I don't know. I hope he's not dead. But yeah, otherwise Ulysses Claw is dead. He was funny as fuck in this movie, by the way. Of course, the movie has its comedy about it. I should have put that in the spoiler-free part, but still, we all knew it was funny. It's a Marvel movie. Okay, now, I imagined, before I walked into the movie the first time, I imagined that Killmonger somehow, I don't know, I thought he was going to live. I thought Michael B. Jordan was going to be too valuable to just be a one-off character. He does die in the movie, however, I think he's alive. I mean, he didn't, like, magically have the Black Panther powers removed from his body, did he? Like, you have to drink that thing or whatever, so I think he's still alive. How they could use him in the future, I have no idea, but that's just me hoping he's alive more than me actually thinking he's alive. I do think he's alive, but I doubt they're going to bring him back. So in other words, I think he's dead. Fuck. Now, at the time of me watching the movie the first time, you know, when I forgot to review it the first time, the thing that I was going through my mind, besides how fucking awesome this movie is going to be, was the last Infinity Stone. The Infinity Stone that we have not seen thus far is the Soul Stone. It's actually on his gauntlet. It's actually the biggest one. It's the one like right here on the, what do you call this part of your hand? This movie did not have the Soul Stone either. So with that being said, I'm going to make a prediction. For Infinity War, I don't think the Soul Stone is going to be in Wakanda. I don't think it's going to show up in the first Infinity War movie. I think Adam Warlock has it, and he's going to somehow tie into the Guardians of the Galaxy or just somehow randomly appear I think Adam Warlock is going to appear either in the mid or post credit scene of this movie, if there even is one. It's Marvel, of course there is. If Adam Warlock does show up in this movie, I think he's going to be in it in the mid or post credit scene, but I definitely think he's going to be a huge part of the second movie. I don't know, it's all speculation at this point. I have a movie to review. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. Mid credit scene, interesting thing. It was a political thing. It was Wakanda outing themselves as not a third world country. They are the most advanced city in the country, in the world. Wakanda went public with their scientific shit, their advancements, whatever. That's pretty much it. So I wonder how that's going to play into Infinity War. I don't know. I definitely think that's going to be a big thing for the Black Panther sequel. I don't think it's going to matter in Infinity War. After credit scene finally shows Bucky. Bucky's in Wakanda. He's in Wakanda. He's awake from his cryo sleep. Remember, he was frozen at the end of Civil War. That was the last time we saw him. And he was talking to Shuri. That's Black Panther's sister. So Bucky's going to already be in Wakanda for Infinity War. We know Cap is going to have some involvement. There's going to be a huge fight scene in Infinity War in Wakanda. I think that's going to be like in the middle of the movie. Glad we got that movie review out of the way. I do have another thing that I have to finish watching, and that is Jessica Jones Season 2. I did not know that was going to drop that soon. I am on episode 12 at the moment, so I just have to finish that up, and then we can review that. That review probably won't happen until after Infinity War, if I'm being honest, because I have other things to do. But that's okay. It will happen. It will get out. Promise. That's all I have for you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.